Welcome to this section of the course. In this section, as you can see, we are going to start SQLite in Java. These lectures help you to understand what is SQLite because we are not go directly through the SQLite, we're just making the concept first. So we can see in this lecture how it's different from SQL, why it is needed, and the way in which it handles the application database. SQLite is a software library that implements a self-contained serverless zero configuration trans- transactional SQL database engine. SQLite is one of the fastest growing database engines around, but its growth in the term of popularity, not anything to do with its size. The source code for SQLite is in the public domain. SQLite engine is not a standalone process like other databases. You can link it statically or dynamically as per your requirement with your application. SQLite access its storage file directly. The question here, why we use SQLite? SQLite does not require a separate server process or a system to separate serverless. SQLite comes with zero configurations, which means no setup or administration needed. A SQLite database is stored in a single across platform disk file. SQLite is very small and lightweight, less than 400 KB to 500 KB configure or less than means it's 200 to 250 KBs with optional features omitted. SQLite is self-contained, which means no external dependencies. SQLite transactions are fully ACID means complaint, allowing self-access from multiple processes or threads. SQLite supports most of the query language features found in SQL 92 or SQL2 standard. SQLite is written in ANSI as provides simple and easy to use API. And the many features are available on SQLite like Unix operating system, Linux, Mac OS, Android, iOS, and Windows 32 and means Windows 36. Now we see the installation of SQLite and see how SQLite work in Java. And in this lecture, we also connect the database with the help of SQLite. Before we're starting using SQLite in Java program, you need to make sure that you have SQLite DB means DBC, JDBC driver and Java setup on the machine. When you can check Java lectures for Java installation on your machine, Java lecture on your machine. Now let us check how to set up SQLite JDBC driver. Here you can see I just open a link with the name of https bitbucket.org and xserial SQLite JDBC download. I already download this SQL JDBC.jar file, and this one it's a 6.4 MB file. Afterwards, if you want to check your database, so then you can go to sqlitebrowser.org, and here I just download the browser 64 because I'm just using the Windows 64 bit. So, and it's look like this one. Now we go to the Eclipse, and here I just create a project, and we can see here how to set up SQLite database. So the project name here is SQLite. I just go to the next, and then you can see here we have the source file project libraries. So I just click on libraries and add external jar file. And your downloading file is SQLite JDBC. You can see here this one, and I just select this file, okay, and click on the finish. Now here I just create a class with the name of SQLite JDBC or SQLite demo. Okay, I just open the public stat main method here and click on finish. Here in this class I just import a library of java.sql. You can see here I just import java.sql library. Now we just go to the main method, and in the main method I just create the connection. So for any database you are going to create the connection. So connection variable c, which is equal to null. Remember that. Use exceptions here. Try class dot for name, and for name here is org dot sqlite dot jdbc. Okay, now c, which is equal to driver manager. Here I am going to create the connection between the database and the program. So driver manager dot get connection. I am getting the connection, and here I just write JDBC, which is SQLite, and here I just make a file which is test.database. Okay, now when I just run this exception, now it's time to catch that exception. So catch and exception E. Now system.out.println, and the println here is open database successfully. So I just paste this file here. Now here I just write system.error. If our database is not work, then it will generate an error, which is the print line, and the print line here is e.get class, then dot get name, and concatenate, and here I just write dot means colon, and then concatenate e dot get message. Okay, now here I just catch one another exception, which is system dot exit. Okay, and exit here is 0. Now I just run this code. As you can see here, our database is successfully created here. So I just show you the database, refresh, and this is our test file of the database, and the name of the class is SQLite. Now we just go to the database browser. I just open this file and then go to SQLite and test. Database is structure, so we have 0 tables, 0 indicates views and trigger. We have just a database file what we created here. So you can also change your path as per your requirement where you want to save your database file. Thanks for watching this lecture. See you in next lecture.